All right, music fans, truth seekers, and weather geeks, welcome. Harmless me here. And just doing an update in real time for a couple of real people out here, just like you and just like me. All right, so fun times here in Southwest Florida the last couple of days, but the good news is the power is on, and this compared to, say, Irma and Ian, for me anyway, wasn't even close. Power was trying to go out last night. It was desperately trying to go out. The good gremlins against the bad gremlins, and the good ones, the people who prayed, and you guys aren't gremlins, obviously, but the good folks who prayed and those people, their prayers were answered, at least in my case. There are a lot of people who did not fare as well. So you need to pray for the people in Sarasota and all over, really, the west coast of Florida, from Naples all the way up to Tampa and beyond, as this, again, was another ridiculous storm. And I'm starting to think there's something else going on with these storms, but it's hard to say that that's a thing. But, if you can't trust your government to tell you, say, what the inflation rate really is. Oh yeah, we had to revise those numbers. Remember last month we told you the inflation rate had gone down to 2 point whatever percent. It's actually 4.5%. Sorry, we're just going to adjust that up. But we already put the headline out. You absorbed all that information. And then you started to think, hey, things are getting better, but they're really not getting better. Yeah, if you can't trust those people on something like that, which that's an important topic, but not as important as, hey, these storms, they're really strong and there's no real explanation for it other than warm water temperatures. Okay, the Gulf tends to be a pretty warm body of water. Even in the wintertime, it typically doesn't get below 70, maybe 65, 70 degrees in the Gulf of Mexico, at least on the west coast of Florida. But, in the summertime, it gets well into the 80s, can get even above 90, which isn't strange. When I first got to Florida, I thought that was really weird. I grew up in New England, where if you could get to 70 in the summer, that was a bathtub. I lived on the Cape, and it was like, hey, 72-degree water temperature at Baxter's Boathouse in Hyannis. I was like, yeah, I'm going swimming today. But, folks, there are some other nefarious things going on other than the weather. I've kind of kept that to myself a little bit this week. And it's stuff that has to do with my account, my channel, everything here. Combine that with some of the interesting, I don't want to say demonic, because some people, they want to defend their cause, and there is a strategy that, hey, this guy has 80,000, I have 10,000, I have 15,000, I have 2,000. If I bring him into this, then some of his people are going to come over and watch what I'm doing and so forth. I don't even care about that anymore. I just don't. Um, I'm just trying to do my thing over here. And what I've noticed is trying to do my thing and not naming anybody and not bothering anybody and just doing the regular critiques that I do. Those things are getting more difficult for me to do on a regular basis without all kinds of pushback and resistance. So a backup plan is underway, and there'll be a link in the description of this video. And I'm going to need everybody's support, because we're talking about all of my income at some point could just vanish. Like the whole thing could just go away tomorrow. And so it would be just the patrons. YouTube members obviously wouldn't matter anymore, because if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have YouTube members. And then Buy Me a Coffee, which has been a great way for folks to say, okay, I like what you're doing. I'm going to, continue to support what you're doing. Maybe there's a video that you liked and you want to basically leave a coffee, like a tip. That has been very helpful, but it won't replace what I've, been doing the last 8 years. It just won't do it. And it's just sad, because you put that work in And then all of a sudden, what? I'm just not a good employee anymore. It's very random. It's very arbitrary. Your boss doesn't give you a chance to fix things or to change things if they don't like something that you're doing. So again, just a quick little standalone video here about things are okay after the storm, but there's another storm brewing, and it's not. Look, this all pales into other comparing, political things and people who struggle financially in the world and people in other countries that don't have clean water or enough food to eat. This is just stupid stuff, right? But in my little world where I'm trying to continue doing these videos, this is an important matter, at least to me. So again, if you can support the channel, it would be more like if you could support me, uh, buy me a coffee, the best way to do it. Patreon won't go away. Obviously, I'll still have Patreon. And the other thing, the YouTube memberships. Well, if you're a YouTube member, thank you. At some point, um, that might not work anymore. So I'm just putting it out there. All right, people, I'll be back. I'm going to talk about some other stuff. I'm tired of talking about me and my issues here. So stay tuned for that.